Hi, I'm Rosalee, and this is the Baby Notebook. My parents were predators, and they documented my life obsessively. This notebook was written over 40 years ago. I've never read it until now. I recorded myself reading the Baby Notebook to catch my natural reactions, to see my face, to feel my energy, to be able to read myself. I teach this process of witnessing in the diner. I created everything that the Plumb Collective is to help myself. The practice, a course, and reading photos is for me. It's about me being me. I use the tools that I created to help myself, and I'm sharing it with you. Witness me witnessing myself. Read the words my parents wrote about me, to me, but they weren't for me. This is the Baby Notebook.
I understand how hard healing is because I've had to heal from my mother. So I'm healing what she did and also things that she refused to face in herself. We have the capacity for nuance and for being able to hold conflicting feelings and thoughts at the same time. I can have compassion for my mother and her childhood and what she went through and how she ended up becoming the person that she was. And I can also find it completely unforgivable that she didn't do everything in her power to help for herself to heal the things that happened to her before I was born and to heal the things that were triggered in her after I was born. She had community around her that was noticing and calling out that she needed help. And instead of taking their help and leaning on the support of her community and doing what was right for her child, she cut off the people that were trying to help her. She was never held accountable for anything. Sharing about my experience is me sharing my experience, and it doesn't retroactively do anything to her, but it clears the energy for me, and it is helping me process the things that she refused to process. I understand why people don't hold the nuance and don't experience the conflicting feelings. It's more complex. It requires more of you to know that someone was hurt or harmed in their life and that that's why they did the behaviors that they did. Doesn't negate the fact that they did bad things. That the whole hurt people is not an excuse. It's not something that should be tolerated. It's unforgivable. It's uncomfortable for me to watch, and I think it's very clear. It feels very obvious to me what the video is about. The comment section on this video is wild, and other people have different opinions on what they see. It's interesting, and I'm very open to people seeing something different and sharing their opinions respectfully. The comments that are written to hurt me say more about the commenter than they do about me. It's reflecting something to you. You're feeling something when you see it. Instead of going inward and going like, why do I feel like this? Or when I see this, I don't see anything wrong with it, yet all of these people are commenting and saying that something is off here. It's an opportunity for you to go deeper in yourself. I know who this person was. I know what she did, and I know how she made me feel. So that is the context that I'm viewing this under. But I also think it's really interesting, like when I first saw this video, I watched it, I think how most people are watching it, where you're just bouncing around between the three people, like not looking at individual people. And watching it again with that in mind, where it's like, I watched it all the way through looking at my dad's face, all the way through looking at my mom's face, all the way through looking at my baby face. You see something different when you look at it that way, because you miss moments, you miss the shifts in energy if you're looking at one person when somebody else is feeling something. Whatever. You can watch it however you want to watch it, you can comment whatever you want to comment, whatever. If you're interested in going a little deeper, and if it has you feel something inside of you, That's an opportunity for an inquiry to yourself and how you feel about children, how you feel about your parents or your childhood. Me sharing so freely and boldly on the internet is an opportunity for you if you want it. It's not an opportunity to be hateful to me because I don't want it and I don't accept it. Today's entry is from August 8th, 1984, and this entry is written by my mother. Hey, sweetie pie. Well, we finally started the second section of your book. I wanted to be this far by the time you were born, and then one section per year. Oh well, I'm only 3.5 months late. We'll see how far I am at the next section. And I'll have to get Daddy to write more. Okay, this is a 5 subject notebook, and it only goes halfway through the second section. She did not follow through on what she thought or the adjustment of what she thought. Well, honey, you are at your 3rd fair. Okay, they're just traveling around to different fairs. Last weekend, you were super. I love you. So does Dad. We had your picture up on the display and everybody said how beautiful you were. Just a few minutes ago, Daddy said, that little child means so much to me. He said something else too, but I don't remember it word for word, but it was good and loving. I just put a toy across your swing and you are so smart and you love to play with toys already. It's so beautiful. You get angry when you drop the fish toy. So I put the spinner across and you love it. I'm so proud of you. Oh, by the way, the swing I'm talking about, Grandma picked up at the store for you, and she and Grandpa paid for half of it so that when you swing forward, it's Grandma and Grandpa's half, and when you swing back, it's Mom and Dad's half. We are getting busy now, so I better go. Oh, I just want to tell you that this last week you started to stand up and you look so proud of yourself, but not half as proud as we are. Today's entry of the baby notebook has just had like an ominous feel, and I haven't read it, but some of these entries just look different, and this one's really short. It's just this bottom section. There's no like, hello baby, hi sweetie pie, honey baby, and then it's not signed. And so all day I've just been kind of avoiding it for no apparent reason other than it just I have an ominous sensation. August 9th, 1984. This is the next day, sweetheart. Right now it's 8:15 p.m. and it's been real hot all day. But you were very super cheerful. Very super cheerful. I love you so much, honey. Guess where you took your shower this morning? We went to the nudist camp. And you took your first outside shower. Your first shower of any kind, for that matter. Everybody there thought you were the cutest. We agreed, of course. This is something I've known about. My mother would call me a prude and tell me that I was making something, gross and sinister when it's natural and whatever. But they forced nudity on me and took me to this place where it was adults. I'm a very open-minded person, and I believe people can be can consensually express themselves and do what they want with their bodies. I'm very open-minded. I'm very sex positive. What I don't think is appropriate is my mother and how she was with me and the environment she put me in, and then how she twisted my uncomfortable feelings. And I saw and experienced how people were looking at me and behaving around me. So, yeah, no wonder I didn't want to read this one. My mother was horrible. I know that because she was my mother. I have lived experience with her. I have my memories of her. I also have tons of video that she took from her perspective. I have photos that she took from her perspective, and I have her written word describing her life with her baby. Even with all of that, people still try to talk me out of what I know about my own mother. People are not hearing me or thinking about me as a human being. My mother doesn't mean how they parent or how they were parent. If you don't want to look at yourself and your own experiences, you don't have to. You don't have to tell me that I'm wrong. Some mothers are dangerous. That doesn't have to mean that you are, but if it is stirring something up in you, it might be worthwhile to look at. Who knew that reading my mother's words on the internet could be so healing? I mean, I guess maybe some higher self version of me did, because I felt this intuitive nudge to find this notebook and read it. I didn't intend to post about it on the internet, but that just was the natural progression of things. And if you look back at the beginning posts in this playlist, I really was unsure of why I felt this nudge. And especially after this last entry, I feel so sure and good about it and so thankful. I'm so thankful to all of you who have commented and have shared things about what you see and what you hear and your life. It has made such a huge difference for me. It has been incredibly healing to hear your reflections about what you notice in my mother's words. It is healing to tell your story, and it is healing to not hold the secrets of someone else. She doesn't deserve me, period. She didn't. But she doesn't deserve to be protected.
So that was a tough loss. How do you feel after that?
How the fuck you think
I've known in my body that I feel unsafe, that I don't have privacy, and I have always known that the root cause of that was my mother and how much she recorded me and made me perform for people and things that I haven't shared yet on the internet that I'm just not ready to say online, but I am saying to myself. Who she was when I was older, it wasn't like something changed. This was from the beginning. Her complete inappropriate behavior and putting me in really dangerous, uncomfortable, lack of privacy situations. I keep thinking about the last entry from the baby notebook. It is so important to tell your story to yourself, to hear yourself say it. I don't think it's important for everybody to share on the internet like I am, But I do think I'm having a unique experience, and I'm so grateful for the people that comment on my videos, that watch all my videos, and are pointing things out to me, and sharing like how you see or hear what my mother says or does. It has been so helpful in my healing. I'm reading my mother's words that she chose to document about her baby in this baby notebook, hearing it straight from the source. Today's entry is from August 12th, 1984, and I never would think that Sunday and Tuesday could look like the same word, but I cannot tell if my mother wrote Sunday or Tuesday. It could be either, and I haven't Googled to figure out what day it actually was. Hi, my darling baby, and then in parentheses, Darby. Honey, because of you, we had the best 2 days ever at the fairs, and today, the last day of the fair. Okay, so it was probably Sunday. And so far, you've been a great baby today. Okay, it seems you know just when to take your naps, when we have been the busiest. Then Mom and Dad work together real well, and we take in the bucks. It's because you are so good, and the Lord gives us strength and breath to keep going, that we make lots of people happy with their pictures. They have a video images business where they use technology from 1984 to take pictures of people and then print it on really soft t-shirts and sell it at the fair. Yesterday morning, you were sitting on the lap of a friend that we met here. Her name was Debbie. Okay, this is one of the things that I would get really irritated with both of them about, because there are so many pictures of me with people that look like typecast characters from a movie. Like if you were going to fill a movie with predators and pedophiles and creeps, these are the people that you would find. And there are so many pictures. Like I joked, which it's not funny, but I joked that I could make a coffee table book of me with creeps. I don't know who Debbie is, so I'm not saying that she's a creep. Their judgment and who they let hold their baby and spend time with their baby is concerning. Yesterday morning, you were sitting on the lap of a friend that we met here. Her name was Debbie. She and Jim have an airbrush booth. Anyway, Debbie was holding you on one knee and her son on the other. Her son is 10 months old yesterday. He reached over and put his arm around you, and it was real cute. The heteronormativity. Ugh. Okay. Debbie also plays an important part in your life. You just met her. She helped to create the first birthday present that you gave your daddy. Okay, it's 5 days before his birthday. It was a secret between you and me and Debbie and Jim, but Daddy figured out what we were doing. Jim looks like... I have no idea what that says. He and his wife, Candy, sent you a present, a pretty dress and bonnet. We received that right before we left for this fair. Well, is Jim married to Candy or to Debbie? He has a business with Debbie, but is married to somebody named Candy? I don't know who these people are, and I don't know what this means. He and his wife, Candy, sent you a present. Okay. Mom used to live next to Paul and Candy. Well, who's Paul? And Daddy used to go to the same church as they did before, so they knew each other. Candy and Paul knew both of us. Is this the invisible string theory? You received another present from a friend of Mom's, Linda, who used to work with me, and she brought you a sweet Cabbage Patch outfit. She visited us at home, and it was nice to see her. Or maybe we can take your picture together. Okay, what a weird entry. That's it. That's the... Okay. September 6th, 1984. Hi, sweet, wonderful Rosalee. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've written in your book. Believe me, it's not because I'm any less thrilled or in love with you. It's been great doing the fairs, the three of us being all together, taking computer pictures of lots of people, especially our sweet little child. Mom and Dad are real tired out, but you seem to have weathered the 6 weeks real good. Right now, you are in my arms talking away. We are sitting in the brown rocker that used to be 8 Ball's chair, until we found out it wasn't healthy to have him in the house while I was pregnant with you. This is the chair I usually nurse you in, and we rock. You have the hiccups now, and you are sucking your thumb. You are so cute. Really long. Over 27.5 inches. And the other day I weighed you at 17.25 pounds. I think you might be hungry. You sure are squirmy, but still wonderful. There, now you are nursing. I guess that's what you wanted. You are so neat, honey. You like to stand tall all the time now, and when you do, you smile so bright, like you are really proud of yourself. Almost as proud as we are of you. I laid you on your tummy on the waterbed. This dang waterbed. I laid you on your tummy on the waterbed today, and you really didn't like it. So I showed you how to roll on your back, and then I put you on your back, and then back on your tummy, and you did it yourself. There are so many neat things you do, like grab your feet and then put them in your mouth. You are sleeping now, and you look like a perfect angel. I guess I just want you to know that we love you and are thrilled to have you as part of our family. We think you are the greatest and would be thrilled to have a sister or brother just like you. God bless you and us forever. Love, Mom. This is such an insightful question, and I am curious if you have watched any of the other videos or if this is the first video that you have happened to see. I have a playlist that's called Haters that has a lot of information about her, and then more in the baby notebook as well. Why I think this is such an insightful question is because she doesn't write about things that are normal and understandable and would make it feel more real. It's all great and wonderful and loving and over the top and strange in a performative way. I am reading this baby notebook for the first time. I have stayed away from this notebook and not been interested in the entries or reading what my parents had to say about me because I have the context of being their actual child and my lived experience of how awful they were. So I'm not an unbiased reader of this notebook. I hear what she's saying and I often feel like it's bullshit. I also hear sinister undertones and overtones and things that are just completely inappropriate, situations she put me in that are actually dangerous and completely not okay. I have actual memories of these experiences when I'm older, and part of my intuitive nudge to read this notebook at this time is because I was curious if something changed in her, if she started off really loving and wonderful and then somehow turned, with like the pressure of motherhood, or that maybe there was something that, not something that I did, but something that being around a child and seeing her reflection in me really caused her to be awful. Like, even though I don't forgive her because the things she did to me were literally unforgivable, I do understand her and I have compassion for her. I wish she would have gotten support and help and been honest with herself and other people and with me. She was so slippery and dishonest and manipulative. It was incredibly confusing and damaging to be her child. I would have loved for this baby notebook to have real, honest experiences that she had during her pregnancy and during my young years. That would have been a wonderful thing to read. I didn't expect that to be the case, and that isn't what I found. I've been trying to have as much of an open mind as possible. But like I said, I can't really be totally unbiased because I have the context of who she actually was to me. This fake shit, this like over the top, we're so proud of you, we love you so much, that was the public persona part. So the fact that her journal entries, and I also have like her private diaries from her late 20s, early 30s, before I was born. And she writes very similarly in her private diary that she didn't expect anybody to read. So I don't think she was ever honest or real or truthful with herself about how she felt or how hard things were or how confused she was or why she did the things she did or why people treated her the way they treated her. She was just a very stunted, miserable person, and she didn't try to do anything to make it better for herself, for her husband, or her child. She used that energy and took it out on me.